That moment was seared in my memory. And I remember as a little kid standing over there and thinking to myself, I will never be like you.
I want us to talk about the the rewriting of um, the rewriting the story without bypassing the pain.
Mhm.
The other day, I was talking about something on one of my podcasts about spiritual bypassing happening in a healing space. You know, a lot of times people are being told to just think positive, right? Just to think
Mhm.
positive, just to be grateful, just to move on. But that doesn't always honor the pain. So, give us a simple example on how someone can rewrite their story without bypassing their pain. How do you honor what happened while still creating a new future?
So I'll give you an example from my own life. When I was 8 years old, my mom and my dad were still married, and my dad was alcoholic. He was, constantly going to the bars, drinking. They were fighting all the time and things like that. So one night we were already asleep. He came home about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he woke us all up. And my mom and my dad started fighting. Okay, and it got to a point, got really physical, and I jumped on him. He threw me off the shoulder because I'm 8 years old, a little kid, right? So I
Yeah.
ran to the kitchen. I grabbed the frying pan, and I stood on an arm of a couch that we had in there, so I could be taller. Was behind him, and I hit him over the head with a frying pan, and he fell to the ground. That moment was seared in my memory, and I remember as a little kid standing over there and thinking to myself, "I will never be like you." Now, knowing what I know now when it comes to not to ignore that moment, but look from all the different aspects that what that moment has done for you as far as like how it taught you to be able to do some amazing things in life. So from that painful moment, there was some goodness that comes out of it too. So when you start looking from that perspective, you can use that, and whether it's like sharing your story. I think sharing story that you have with someone else allows them to open up and allows them to share their story, and that helps them heal. And by the way, when you share your story and share those painful moments and be vulnerable about them, guess what? It's a healing for you as well. So I
Yeah.
would encourage people to do that. And you, like we said earlier in the conversations, like what's the lesson that I can learn from that? That people pleaser carried me for many times in my life. And there's so many good things that came out of that. And also I can use it now, what I know, to carry me in the future in much more impactful way to help others.